Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday or good morning, wherever you're at. Hope y'all are having a fabulous Monday so far. Mine's not been too bad. I'll give people a few more minutes. Good morning or good afternoon, Dee. Hey, Lady Bears, Stacy. Hey, Geneva. Welcome in. Thanks, everybody. Good morning, Angie. Good morning, Patricia. Hope y'all are having a fabulous Monday. I'm so excited about today's live. I went to a couple stores, so I'm gonna show what I got. I'm really excited about this one item. Good morning, Picture Me Crafting. Good morning, Jess, or good afternoon, wherever you may be. I know it's afternoon here for me. I'm Eastern Standard Time. I'm hot, y'all, for some reason. It's not really hot here. We had a cool front this weekend and it's supposed to warm back up later on in the week. I think it's supposed to be 80 degrees. So, good morning, Roslyn. Welcome in. Okay. Good morning, Renee. Thanks for coming in. So, I'll go ahead and get started. So, I had to run some errands. I had to run to the bank this morning, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to run by Michael's because I have a, good morning, Sean. I have I had a coupon for Michael's. I had a $10 reward, free $10 off something. And I said, if I don't use it before, because it runs out in Halloween, then I was like, I'll forget about it. And that'll be $10 that I'm losing. And yeah, I'm not going to do that. I earned it. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go on over there and get it. I also went by Dollar Tree. This is not exactly what I was looking for, but I thought I'd try it. So I think Miss Linda and some other people may have said that their Dollar Tree has the stabilizer. Let's see. Did you sign? No, I haven't signed my husband up for the teacher discount. I got to do that. I'm slacking. He's on fall break this week, so I'll try to get him one day this week when he actually has time. But my Dollar Tree, I did not see that. And I'm pretty certain this is not what they were talking about, but it's okay. So it's the fusible interfacing. Does any of y'all's Dollar Tree have that? So I bought 2 packs because it's $1.25. So I'm going to use it, but I'm pretty certain this ain't what Miss Linda was talking about, the stabilizer. I did not see none at my Dollar Tree for some reason, which that don't really surprise me. And then I got me I've got the plastic clips, but I found these, so I went and got me a pack of these. I'm excited to use these. Oh, it is the right thing, Angie? Okay. I thought it was something different. So, but I'm excited because these are a little more sturdier than my little plastic clips. Then here's I'm so proud of myself. So I have the Cricut rotary cutter, and I've had it probably for 2 or 3 years. And for some reason, I can't find the replaceable blades for them. Like my Michaels don't have them, and I've just been looking. So I don't know if they don't make them anymore or what. But it's for the 60-inch blades. So I went into Michaels and I was like, I need a new rotary cutter. So I went to Michaels and I got me a Fiskar. I probably am saying that wrong, so I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it right. And it's the 60mm. Y'all look. I'm so excited. So at Michael's, they were like $27.99, okay? Well, Michael's had a 40% off coupon. Then I had a $10 free cash to use. Y'all, tax and everything, I got this for $7 and I think 72 cents. Y'all, I'm so excited I got that for that cheap. Because I really didn't want to pay $28 for it or $30 by the time you did tax. So I'm excited to use it. Yes. I thought so too, Angie. Thought that was a great deal. So I grabbed it up. And I think this was the last one because I had to have a associate to come unlock it because they had it locked up or whatever. I guess because people be stealing stuff. So, but yeah. So I'm excited. I can't wait to use it. And I'll let y'all know how it works. I'm sure though, most of y'all have it already, but I didn't, so I'm excited. So today, what I was going to make the wallet, and I decided not to, because to be honest, the last couple weeks have been crazy. And I was hoping to get it cut out this past weekend, but I didn't. And so I'll try to have everything ready and we'll try to do it next Monday on my live. So if you want to sew along with me, I will post the pattern because I did not post it like I said I would, and I apologize for that. But yeah, I will post the pattern. So if you want to do it with me, you can go buy it. It's like $5, and it gives you the pattern and the instructions and everything. So yeah. But today, I have started this fall quilt. Because I had fabric that I've had since last year. And I was like, I need to start using some of my fabric. Like, I don't need to be saving it because it's so pretty. Anybody else like that? Like, you don't want to cut it up because it's so pretty? Well, I'm one of those people. And I was like, you know what? I've got to start using my fabric because before long, I'm going to have so much fabric and I ain't going to have no more room. So what I did was I just started, and I'll show you. I just cut some 5x5s. I think I had a half a yard in each. So this is teal. I know you really can't. Hopefully you can see it's teal, but it's not blue. And I don't know how many squares I got, but I got quite a bit. So I got the teal color. And then I've got orange. And I think this is feels like flannel. But I cut up orange. And then, I'm sure y'all have all seen this if you've been to Hobby Lobby, but I got the pumpkins. So I thought these three colors would be cute together to make a quilt. So that's what I kind of started this weekend doing because it was kind of a blow weekend. Good morning, Rachel. Thanks for coming in. So I started already, and I've got some rows started. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I need to try to finish this week. Um, so I was like, well, I'll do my live where I can sew more rows and hopefully get it done. Also, I made a little coaster with it. I just wanted to see what it looked like. And then there's the back. And then I made a placemat. Now, y'all, don't judge me because I'm going to go ahead and tell you straight up. I'm not perfect. Never will be perfect, okay? I know some people out here all think like their stuff is the greatest. Like they never mess up. Well, I'm not perfect, okay? But I am pleased with how this one turned out. I still have to work on my binding because it still, I still stink at it, but I'm getting better. So I just made a placemat using those squares because I wanted to see how it turned out. So there's the front, and then the back. Here's the back. So, and I did stitch in the ditch when I quilted it. I got a piece of batting between it. So yeah, I think that it turned out good. This one was probably the best one out of the 4 that I made. So I think I'm going to use them in the next week with my family because they won't judge me. And if they do, I'll be like, you know what? It's okay. Ain't nobody else gonna see it. So thank y'all. But this is what I got going on so far. So here's my first row. Hopefully y'all can see that. So I'm just alternate the colors. And then on the second row, I have this is the first one. And then my second row is this color. It's got the oranges. So I'm kind of rotating it. And then the third way I'm doing it is this, where the teal is. And I'm not using no pattern. I'm just doing it like this. So there's no pattern. If you want to know, just do it however you want to do it. And like I said, I just took 5x5s, 3 different colors, and I just started sewing. There's 7 blocks in each row. So thank you, Rachel. So, and I still have to work on, I still struggle when I line the rows up, make sure the seams are straight, going down. I still struggle with that, but I mean, I think I'm getting better. So, all right, I'm going to turn y'all around and hopefully y'all can see my sewing machine. If not, let me know. I'll try to. Can y'all see that pretty good? I know it's at an angle and like you can't really the greatest, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my first block, which is the teal, and my pumpkin one, and I am going to lay the pumpkin one on top of it, and I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam down on this side. Okay. And if my machine's too loud, let me know, please. Hopefully it won't be. Because, listen, I don't want to sound like no freight train coming through. Because there ain't no train coming through where I live. Okay? Or the Polar Express. Okay? So y'all just let me know. No, I'm not using a walking foot. I have a walking foot that I purchased from Amazon, and I just got it, and I don't know how to put it on. So I've got to learn how to do that. So yeah. But I'm just using I think this is a quilting foot, something. It's just a 1/4 inch foot that I got in a whole pack from Amazon. So, and I like it because this has, you see this is like my guide, so I know my fabric can't go past this. So, yeah. Let's see. Geneva. I'm making fabric. Oh, thank you, Geneva. That's very sweet. Yeah, so I love making those Kleenexes holders. So, but yeah. Well, I mean, I know I'm glad I inspire you with my crafts. Like I try to do simple things. Because like I'm kind of new to sewing. I haven't really been sewing long. But I get my mom was a sewer, and she sewed in the industry for years and years. So I've watched her a little bit, but I'm not as good as she is. Yeah, so my daughter had 3 cheer uniforms, and she had to take them up because I couldn't do it because they were kind of hard. And so I didn't want to mess up her uniforms because those ain't cheap. So I was like, "Hey, mom," I was like, "Can you fix these for me, please, or fix these for her?" I said because the one skirt, like it looks like she was flying. Like it was so big on the sides. Hold on, and I'll show you real quick what I was talking about. Okay, hope y'all don't mind me, but this is what my goal is to learn how to do things like this. So this is my daughter's top, okay? Yes, it's white. Well, I can't stand it, but whatever. So her top was like too big underneath her arms, okay? Like right here, like it was huge. And I probably could have done this because this would have been easy, but it being her uniform, nope, I didn't want to do it. So hopefully you can see it. But she tacked it down right here. Y'all look how much my mom had to take in. Like it was, can y'all kind of see the line? Like it was right here, right there, and she had to take it in on each side because like it was so big. But her skirt, now that was a different story. Good morning, Linda. So her skirt looks like this. And y'all, when I tell you it looked like she was flying, y'all, it looked like she was flying because it was like way out here, okay? Like she had to take in a good bit. And I just noticed my daughter's got something on her skirt, so I guess I'll be washing that. But anyway, so her skirt, it has this little cut in it. Well, my mom had to make what do you call this? A cut on each side to fix it. Because she had to take it up starting about middle ways. Y'all look how much my mom had to take that bad boy up. Like a bunch. Can y'all see it? Like it was a bunch. And I did not want to mess that up at all. So my mom did this one. This one was one of the harder ones that she had to do. There was one uniform that she actually didn't have to take up. Thank goodness. So, but anyway. Okay. Back to my project now since I've rambled enough. Okay. So I've got my two pieces together. They're face to face, and I'm just going to sew down, okay? Alrighty. Now, y'all tell me if my sewing machine sounds like a freight train or a Polar Express train coming through, because I can't handle that, okay? Let me fix y'all. Exactly, Geneva. So the problem with this white one was the girls couldn't get together and try on the uniforms that they sent. So therefore, we had to measure our daughters ourselves, and that's where the problem was. Like, if I'm paying $100 and some dollars, $200 for a uniform, like, I don't think I should have to measure my child as a parent, you know. So I sent in the sizes, and I think they sent it wrong because they sent her an adult large. Okay, she is not an adult large. Like, she can wear adult medium, and so that's where I think the problem went wrong. So yeah. So us parents told the cheer coach, like, hey, we don't want to do that no more because it's so aggravating, because then we have to pay somebody to fix their uniforms so they don't look like they're flying like Mary Poppins, you know. So hopefully if we have to buy another uniform, they'll be right next year, because I was not happy and a couple other parents was not happy. So, okay. So I'm just going to start it, and then I'm going to put my presser foot down, and I don't know if you can see it. Might not be a good angle, but right here's my little guide, I'd say. So, yeah. True, Rachel. She would look like Mary Poppins flying away, because it was so big. So I'm going to put my needle down, and then I'm going to sew a little bit, and then I'm going to do a back tack, okay? And then I'm just going to sew. Make sure you don't get your fingers in the way, because if y'all know anything about me, you know my sewing machine loves to do stuff to my fingers. I'm going to go get my snips. Sorry, y'all, I'm not prepared today. And then I'm just going to clip it. And then that's our first two blocks. So now I'm going to take my next square. Oh, I'm going to do a little hand press. I already ironed the other ones, but I'm going to do a little hand press until I can press it with my iron to make it lay down. And so now I already got it, my pattern. So I'm going to take my next block, which is my orange, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to place it down, and I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch seam. So that's all I'm doing right now. I thought maybe I would sew 2 rows, and then I could start putting the rows that I have together. So and don't forget, make sure you hit the like button. I would appreciate it. And if I get quiet, I'm sorry, but I try not to, because you know how sometimes you're on a live and I get it. Some people concentrate, because they don't want to sew their finger, but I can usually multitask. I can usually sew and talk at the same time, so I try to do that because I don't want y'all to be bored. Which, I mean, if I'm boring, I'm sorry, but I really need to get this done. And I'm thinking, since it's already fall, if I don't go ahead and get this done, then I'll never get it done. Anybody else got 500 projects started and they hadn't finished one? Because I know I've got a bunch started and I need to finish them before I start new ones, but hey, it's okay. Sometimes it happens that way. And then I'm just going to clip my little strings, and then I'm going to finger press it. You can finger press it at the end once you get all of them done if you wanted to, but I think it's easier to do it after you sew. And then I can just go back and use the iron. So okay. So and y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I've never made a quilt until I did that quilt panel with Miss Shawn and Miss Linda. So all the credit goes to them for teaching me how to do this, because without them, I wouldn't know what I'm doing. So some of y'all are professionals, and I'm a baby beginner. I see some of y'all's live and I'm like, man, that's so nice. I'll get there one day. But stop apologizing. We're here to support you, whatever you're doing. Oh, thank you, unbiased. I appreciate that. I know, and I don't know why I apologize so much. I really don't. I'm trying to do better. I guess I'm just the type of person, I guess what I need to do is just face the facts. When I get on here and do something, and if I want to do it, so be it. And if people don't like it, then I guess one, they can get over it, or they can go on to somebody else's channel if they don't think this is interesting. I guess, I'm trying to do better, but I want to do stuff, that everybody enjoys, but I know you can't please everybody in this world. So now I got my one row done. finger press it, and then I'll hold it up so you can see it. So this is the next or another row where I started with the teal. So we got that one done. Yay. So now we're going to do one more. And then I'll start sewing some of my rows together. Okay. So this time I'm going to start with orange. And yeah, some of y'all would be proud of me because I did iron my squares. Y'all know I hate ironing. I'm gonna try that stuff Miss Shawn said. I hate ironing. I think she posted a link in her group. If you're not a part of her group, y'all should go check it out because she's got she puts up some amazing stuff. And I think she said it was on sale right now. So, you know, this girl right here is going to go get some because I hate ironing. And you don't have to have no expensive machine to do this. This is a Walmart special. It was $88. My first sewing machine. So, yep. Now my mom, she has I forget what kind of sewing machine she has. So when something happens to her, I'm sure I'll get that because my sister don't know nothing about sewing. She don't care about learning either, I don't think, because she has my mom making all kinds of stuff for her. Like she had to make some panels for her. And I say, you need to learn how to sew. And she goes, not going to happen. I'm like, okay, you will. Be that way. So, but I enjoy doing crafts. I think it relieves my stress. So I have anxiety, and here lately, ever since I've been crafting and stuff, I've noticed my anxiety has been down. So yeah. So I told my husband, I said, well, as long as I'm not having anxieties and, you know, I'm going to craft and do whatever. So now we're going to take our next block, which will be orange. So I'm just, as y'all can tell, I'm just rotating the colors. Oops, foot come off. I better put that back on, or I ain't going to get nothing done. And y'all, you think sewing a straight line was easy? It ain't as easy as you think. Trust me. I had to learn. First time I sewed something, looked like I was drunk. It was all over the place. Swerving. But I'm getting better. Sure am. Take little steps at a time and you'll achieve it. Anybody making anything today or doing anything? Anybody sewing something with me? Or y'all just hanging out at work? Hey Nikki, welcome in. So we've got 2 more on this row, And then we'll be done with these 2 rows. I was having problems with my machine this weekend. My thread kept coming undone, and I didn't know why. And I figured it out. My bobbin wasn't connected up here in my machine, and so it wasn't doing right. So I had to fix it. And it's working 10 times better now. Finger press this. And the last one. And you can do any size you want to. If you want to do 3x3s, 4x4s, 9x9s, 10x10s, I mean, whatever. It's totally up to you. I just decided to cut mine in 5x5, and I was like, you know what? I'll just make me a quilt. I'll just do it on my own. I'm going to buy no pattern. This is Kelly's pattern. Okay, so we're done with that. So then, of course, you know, before you start putting it all together, you got to iron. Okay? And I'm not going to do that right now, because like I said, I already have some made from this weekend. So I'm going to put a couple of those together. Now this is where I struggle. So I've got my first row, okay? So I'm going to lay it down here. I know y'all probably can't see it. And then I'm going to take my second row right here. And I'm going to put it face down. See, I ironed my seams. Everybody see my pretty seams? I opened them up. Sure did. Okie dokie. So now, so y'all can see me for a minute, I'm just going to line these seams up the best that I can. Okay. Some people pin them. I ain't pinning them. Okay. I'll just do the best that I can. Okay. So now I got those lined up. Looks like pretty good. So I'm going to start, and I'm just going to sew a 1/4 inch seam, and I'm going to make sure when I sew it, both sides of my seams are open, okay? So I'm going to put my little foot down, put my needle down, and here we go. And just take your time. Like, you don't have to be in a rush to do it. Well, I don't. That's one thing that I have learned, to start taking my time when I do it. And then everything should turn out if you take your time. When I go over that first seam, both of my seams were open, and I can tell because I can feel it underneath. Oh, well, this wasn't really. I'll go back and fix that. I'll show you. I thought it was. But this one is. And you're just going to slowly go over it. Let's see. I might have been doing this wrong. Yep, I did. I'm glad I caught it. Let me find my good old seam ripper because I turned it the wrong way. Because this was supposed to be my first one. This was supposed to be my, and see how it's turned out? This should be on top. So let's try this again. See, I told y'all I'm still learning. Had it turned the wrong way. Probably a good thing that I'm taking it out because my seam wasn't lined up either. And I'm trying to do better with my lining up my seams. So all right, now let's do take two. I want it to go like that, so I'm flipping it up this time. I had it right, I just sewed it at the top instead of down here. So now let's line our seams up again the best we can. And sometimes you get them straight and then the fabric slides, and so you have to pull your fabric to get them lined up. So yeah. All right, let's try this one more time, y'all. Maybe I'll get it right. Maybe. I ain't promising, but thank you, Rosalind. Yes, I have a regular glue stick. That's a good good thing, Rachel. Is there a certain type of glue stick, or can you use a regular glue stick? Which, I mean, I don't think I would. Now, open my seams. Now my seams, this bottom one is acting up. So I'm slowly going over it. Got that one. Now let's make sure my second one's open. And it is. So I'm just going on sewing, chugging along. Chugging along. Slowly but surely. And I try to open them, especially the bottom one. Sometimes it gives me a fit. But, yeah. And you know what? If my seams ain't perfect, guess what? It'll be okay. It will be okay. Because I'm still learning. I am still learning. Fixing underneath. Because I did it before and I didn't open my seams. That was a madhouse. That was bad. because when I get it done, I'll go back and sew the seams long ways, and when you don't have them opened, it makes it tough for you. Well, it makes it tough for me, let me say. I'm trying to keep this lined up at the top. Alright, so we got our first row done. So y'all ready to see how this looks? Now that Kelly sewed it the right way. So this is what we got so far. These are our first 2 rows. So up here's my top. And then you kind of see how I got the pattern, like the oranges are going diagonal, the teals and so forth. That's kind of my pattern. And the lines, they ain't too bad. I'm impressed. They might be off just a little bit, but hey, it's okay. So once I sew some more rows, then I'll go and open this big seam right here, and I'll press it down, okay, before I start quilting it. And I'll probably do stitch in the ditch. So now I'm going to take my next row, which will be my teal one, and we're going to sew it. So I'm going to turn it around here. I'm going to be starting from this. So I'm going to make sure that my seams are going to be lined up best I can. So far, so good right now. Now that might change once I start sewing. So we're going to do our next row. Line it up. Put my foot down. Put my needle down. And here we go. Go ahead and make sure my first seams are open, which they are. So I just hold it with my finger, and hopefully that they stay. But I always double checked before they go under the foot of my sewing machine. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, I like these colors too. That's why I chose them. I thought they would look good together. You know how sometimes you're not real sure if they would? And I was like, but this is almost perfect together. So I decided to do it. Use them. Check my one. And I go slow when I go over my seams to make sure that it catches it. So yeah. Now I got this, and I'm just going to pull it towards the end so I don't have none of my fabric sliding. Put it underneath here. slide it up at the top. And just so. Okay. And sometimes if you don't think it's straight, I always sometimes have to lift my foot up to make sure it is catching it. See? Can y'all see? I don't know if you can see it. Let me show you. You see how my thread came in my thing? Not so if I don't fix that, then it's gonna throw my gonna keep having my thread come out. And I don't want that again. So our next row is done. And this is what it looks like. Don't look at the strings, but this is what it's going to look like. So you see how the colors are starting to come in a diagonal? So yeah. So I can't wait till I finish it. I may sew one more row today, so y'all can get a better picture of how it's going to look. And then once I get done with it, I will post it for y'all to see. Let me get my next one. So here's my next one. We're starting over again with the pumpkins. I'm going to lay it down. And I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to start lining them up, my seams again. And then I'm just going to start sewing. Thanks, Renee. Thanks, Jessie. Thanks, everybody. Kelly, can you teach me when you're done? Teach you? I ain't no teacher. Stacy? By no means. You know who the teachers are. Not me. This is just something I kind of rigged. So, Kristen, how my seams are pressed? So I just pressed them like this. I opened them up. I know you can either take it and do it to one side. Most people do it to the dark side, but I just opened mine up. So, and then when I get done, I will open these seams the same way and like this, and I'll press them. Hopefully that makes sense. Hey, Teresa, sister, Heart and Craft and things. Welcome in. Thanks for coming in. All right, so here we go. Back stitch, and we're going to sew. Make sure my seams are open. It was open and then it wants to change its mind. I'm just going to keep it going. Oh, see, and then I'm going to lift my foot because it decided to not want to lay straight for me. So then with this one, doing the same thing. And I've got to pull my bottom fabric because it looks like it's slipping on me. And sometimes it will do that. You just have to be patient with it. Oh, sorry if you couldn't see what I was doing. Thought I put it back down. Just so. You want to make sure your seams are lined up and your tops are the straight. And at the end, I'll probably have to go and square it up. And that is because some of my blocks may not be even, so I'll have to go square it up. But let's hope they are, for my sake. Let's hope for my sake they are. And then this is my last one. So I kind of make sure it's kind of even. I mean, it ain't gonna be perfect, of course. Alrighty, we're done with that row. So this is what we end up having. And I will hold it up. But I did 4 rows. Like I said, don't look at the strings because there's a bunch of strings that I got from where I've been cutting off and everything. But this is what it looks like so far. Hopefully y'all can see that. So we started with the top one, and then I just did row by row. So I'm excited about how this is going to turn out. And like I said, this is really easy, even if you're a beginner. So like I said, it's 5x5s, 3 different fabrics, and you just sew them together. And you know, if you want to make it 2 colors, you can alternate colors. Or if you want to do one color, the top, vice versa, alternate, that's fine too. And then you just line them up and sew it together. So yeah, so I might try to sell this one if it turns out good. If not, I may keep it. But I mean, you can tell my lines are not perfect. Like right here, it's not in straight, but I am getting better. It's off here a little bit. And if you wanted to, you could take it apart, but I'm not going to do that because this row looks pretty straight. This row ain't too bad. And then my last row, it's off just a hair, but not too bad. So, yeah. But that's all I have for today. Hope you learned something. And hopefully you will get the courage and try it. I guess a bit more than a 9-patch. So yeah. And I mean, you can make it any size you want to. I just did 7 blocks. I mean, if you want to do 10 to a row, you can. But like I said, that's totally up to you how many squares you want. So thank you, Rosalind. Thank you, Patricia. Thanks, Renee. Thanks, Jesse. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Nikki. So, yeah. Well, if no one has any questions, I will jump off here and try to finish a little bit more before my kids get home from school. But thanks again, everybody, for joining me today on this little quilt project that I've started. And I will try to do the wallet next week. I will post the pattern where you can purchase the pattern and everything, and we'll go from there. But I hope y'all have a wonderful week. And I will hopefully see y'all Monday. I've got to go out of town. My daughter has a clogging, or it's her nationals. And so it's in Tennessee. So hopefully I'm not tired and I can come on Monday. I'm not working Monday. I took the day off just so I could rest. No, Renee, that is not the pattern that I shared last night. This is a different one. I will put it in. Oh, you want to see it, Miss Shawn? I'll show it one more time. But this is the finished product. So I'm very pleased with how it's coming out. So, you know, like what I need. And if you know me, I'm saving my money for an embroidery machine. But like, how cute would it to be to put like a little scarecrow on one of these solid blocks? I think that would be so cute. But, you know, I don't have an embroidery machine, but I'm saving my money. But I will post a link on my channel for the wallet, so that it will give you a week to purchase it if you want to and sew along with me. Or if you just want to buy it and then do it later, that's fine too. So, but thanks everyone. Hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day and a great week. And we will see y'all next week. Bye.